Hello, Frugal Force. Once again, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty with another episode of Comic Pron, where I go over comic book covers and say, hey, this makes me want to pull it off the shelf, or maybe even not, but we're going to try to focus on the good over the bad, but hey, who knows what we'll get here, right? And if you watched my recent video of Comic Pron, you know I did one of Miss Marvel before she turned into Captain Marvel, because I'm a fan of the character, especially in her earlier days. Not much of a fan of what they've done to her recently. But I want to show people, sometimes people go, well, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, I sort of do. I've read all these issues, and I have a history with this character, and I just like to share it too. So I will say this next batch is not probably as cool and interesting as the previous 5 issues, actually 6 issues, because I also covered a one-shot as well of the previous video. But before I do, if you like these videos, be sure to hit like and subscribe and hit that notifications bell. That way you know I have videos. Also, spread the word if you like these so other people can enjoy them too. Let's continue to build this all-encompassing community. Also, YouTube is not exactly the biggest fan of me because I do not monetize these videos to make you watch advertisements at the beginning, things like that. Instead, I am completely self-funded and funded by you. So if you want to help us out, go to the Patreon link down below in the info bar, and you can contribute for as little as $1 a month, and that, or even just a one-time donation, and that money helps with getting new materials to go over and discuss. Like I look at new comic books and things like that, as well as helps me with getting things to make these videos better, like new lighting. I've got some new lighting in here. I'm still working on it to make it a little better. I'm doing it on the best budget as I can, and I've done a lot of research. I got some plans, so right now you might see a little harder light than what I want. I'm going to soften that up a bit. You might have also noticed that on some of the videos the audio is now improved too, and that's due to that money once again going into that to make it better. Also, as I said, looking for using that money for new products and things to go for when I go shopping for special deals and things to bring up some other great, old school stuff, as well as some new stuff too in gaming. And also a lot of the money now is going to start getting saved up for the next phase, which is a better video camera as well to start doing a better job. Alright, now the shilling is done. Let's go to number 6 here. Once again, we have a different art style here than what we had in the previous. I don't care for this as much, especially because of this right here. With this whole big Civil War, wasted a lot of awesome potential cover space to sell a book. Not a big fan of that. Let alone the shot you get over here cuts her head off. Once again, that's a mistake. This should have been lowered. They should have stressed less there with the Civil War, tied that in, and show her face, for crying out loud. She's more than arms and a set of breasts. So, once again, not a pervert. As I said, I don't like that much. But I will say, once again, there's an American flag in the background. Once again, showing some of this character's roots and things, which you aren't getting much of today. And let alone, if I don't think we'll see much of the American flag in a good way in a book today. Number 7 continues that, as well as the next issue, with that Civil War issue taking up too much for the marketing space on the cover. Also, not a big fan of this kind of art style. But one thing this issue does do well is it shows you that this comic book has other characters in it. And this series did. She had a lot of very interesting background, and interesting side characters in this. Like, you got Spider-Woman, okay, and that was Jessica. And this was the same one that you had in Avengers West Coast, great series. The Shrewd Wonder Man, and we had others too in here, a plethora of other ones. Very interesting, stories with those connections of those characters. And then once again, that's this character having character and how he relates was written a lot better then. This next one also suffers the same problem, the same fate as the other two did. Too much space wasted on this ugly, simplistic, not selling, not good marketing for Civil War. Miss Marvel at this time, falling, so there was some peril there, so that's okay. Once again, this doesn't make me want to rush and pick this book up off the shelves. It just doesn't. Let me know in the comments what you thought about these last 3 issues. What did you think? Would that have made you want to buy this? Okay, once again, not saying terrible, not great. But then after this, we start returning to good form. I like this cover. Look at this one, number 9. For anybody that knows the history of Miss Marvel and Rogue, you know it's not pretty. So when you see this, you know something's going down. Okay, but on top of that, look at the power there, the interestingness of this cover. Compare that to the previous cover. Which one is going to make you want to pick up a cover off the book off the shelf by the cover? Clearly not this one. But this one, crap is going down. I mean, look at that. That is awesome. Look at that. She looks not like a happy person. Very, very cool. This one, nice cover. As well as the next issue. Once again, look at that, guest starring Rogue and Warbird. Now, if you don't understand that, why that's a question mark, an exclamation point, same person. Once again, if you're not familiar with the characterization and how she's changed over the years, I have a video, the transitioning of her, which is to show how she's transitioned in uniforms and, suits and a little bit in character over time. A lot of people will give that a thumbs down or something without even watching the video, actually hearing of how I'm bragging up the character based on her character and her story, much more than just her looks. So I did talk a little bit about looks because that's one thing that transitioned as well, but the main point was on the character transition. Okay. Also, once again, I like her new suit. I really do. This one was absolutely fantastic. Don't get me wrong there. Really awesome suit. But I do like her new one too because it's a throwback to the original. But once again, this cover, you see this and it goes, this is something to pick up. This is going to be cool. Once again, I think that outsells a cover that looks like this significantly. Well, let me know what your thoughts are. I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, if you do, tell others, spread it around. Thank you for taking this time to watch. I greatly appreciate this community. This community is absolutely awesome. We've been seeing a lot of movement in this community and some support too of others. And new companies and things like that. The capital market is filling it up to give us new options and things to enjoy. And the more options, the more competition we have, it's going to sharpen the industry. It's going to make it and force them to do better products. Maybe we can get Miss Marvel, or now Captain Marvel, back to the glory that she once was. Well, thanks again for watching, and until next time, keep it frugal.